Therapy isn't about just sitting on a couch next to a stranger and crying about your problems. Neither it is about being a magic fix for mental health problems. And it is absolutely not as scary as you think. Hi guys, I'm Shahina and I'm back with another video. And in this video, we'll be talking about things that no one tells you about therapy. So let's get into it. Therapy isn't just for people who experience serious mental health problems. It's also for people who are stressed out, who are overthinking, and sometimes just to know ourselves more, just to understand ourselves more, just for more self-awareness. When people experience extreme stress or extreme overthinking, it helps them understand themselves more, and maybe it can help them prevent any more further problems that they can experience in the future. I don't know if a lot of people know about what I'm going to say. Is gonna be my next point, is that not every therapist is gonna be the right therapist for you, and especially the first ones. Therapists have styles. All of them have different styles. They have different way of helping the clients. Some are more gentle, kinder, and some are more direct. So if you have gone to therapy for the first time and it doesn't feel right to you, I don't think you should stop searching and looking for a therapist that feels right to you. Maybe you are a person who is someone who likes more gentle people to help you understand your problems and to whom you can share your problems. Like in case of me myself, I had my first therapy session, as I told you, and she did not feel right to you. She did not feel right to me. I took 3-4 sessions from her, and on the 4th session I decided that I will not take therapy anymore. Even though I myself am studying psychology, I was like, I don't think therapy is working for me, until I went to a doctor and he recommended me a therapist. And when I went to her, we did not have online sessions. I went to the first offline session with her, and she was such a cheerful, gentle, and kind lady. She made me feel so comfortable, and I was not able to believe that I am feeling this comfortable with a person. And she was the one who made me feel that I have to be consistent in taking therapy, because if I am consistent in taking therapy, she'll help me, and we both can help me to get better. And I was extremely consistent in my therapy sessions. After that, I used to go every Saturday. If you are someone who's experiencing problems, I recommend therapy to you. The therapist does a lot of work on you. If you're talking to the therapist for 1 hour, behind the scenes of, like, in that 1 hour, the therapist is fully prepared of how to help you. They are actually trying to understand your problem. They're studying books, they're thinking this therapy will work for them, this activity will make them feel less anxious and all that. And I always felt like my therapist was always prepared for what I am gonna tell her or how I'm gonna feel that day. I'm anxious, and she's already prepared for how to help me calm myself in that moment, so that we can go on working with therapy, we can go on with the therapy. You have to explore in this place, explore the therapist also. Therapy is a process. It's not a one-day job. You have to be patient while taking therapy. You have to work on yourself while taking therapy. It's like you're going to gym, but not for your body, but for your mind. And it's a long process. You cannot expect it to finish in just a week or some months or a year. Sometimes it takes pretty long for a person to get better, even if they're taking therapy. So if you're committing to therapy, you have to actually commit to it. You have to actually set an alarm, set a reminder that you have to take therapy every single weekend or in 15 days, however your therapist is recommending you. And do not get impatient. It's a process, it's a pretty long process. They are not only helping you solve your everyday problems or what you're experiencing in one go, they're actually solving all the problems from the past, all the negative energy, all the overthinking, all the trauma. They're assessing every part of you and helping you understand and accept yourself and become someone who is strong enough to heal themselves. Therapists aren't there to judge you. They're not gonna tell you if you're wrong or if you're right. They're not gonna make you feel uncomfortable. They're not gonna make you feel like you're doing something wrong. Therapists are there to make a space for you, a space where you can unload all of your thoughts and all of what you're feeling from inside, what you could not share with anybody else. They're gonna make a comfortable, safe space for you to talk, and they're not gonna be working on your problems by themselves. They're gonna help you understand your problems, and you will be the one who is gonna solve the problems. Therapist will never create a space for you which makes you uncomfortable and feel judged. Maybe this will be the only space where you feel like you're not judged, you're understood. Someone is actually listening to you. You don't have to be prepared for therapy. I have seen some people say that, what do I do? What do I tell them? I'm gonna go into therapy. What am I gonna say? And actually, among that, some people, one of them is me. The first time in the starting of my therapy sessions, I used to go to therapy every weekend, and every weekend before going to therapy, I would be anxious. Not because I don't want to go to therapy, but because I don't know what to tell her. Sometimes my problem didn't even felt like it was big enough to, to be solved by someone or to talk to some professional about it. I felt like maybe it's nothing, maybe I can solve it by myself. But that's not true. You don't have to be prepared for therapy, neither do you have to have something very, very big or important to tell your therapist in every therapy session. Sometimes you can just go there. I myself, like, I sat there, I'm like, my therapist asking, how are you doing today? And I'm like, I don't know, I've been feeling really anxious. And she would help me understand all my problems, all the thoughts that I'm having, the anxiety. And she would actually, I don't know how, I don't know the word, but she would actually help me speak about my problems. And when I sit there, I just feel like that there is something wrong. Where before I felt like there was nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. I have nothing to tell the therapist about my week or anything. But when I go to the therapist, some little things suddenly come up. She just does her job well. She just sits and she's like, tell me more about it. Tell me more about that. Why are you feeling that? Did you think about it? And everything just comes up. So you don't have to be prepared, because you may not know how you felt, or you may just make your just underrate your feelings, just downplay your feelings and think they're nothing. But when you go in front of a therapist, you realize all of it is important, because you are important and your feelings and your emotions are important.
Battery died, so I won't have a mic to speak for this point. I'll be charging my phone. But the next point is, therapy can be uncomfortable at first. So, in the starting, you might not really like what is happening in the process, in the session, because it can be positive, but at the same time, it can be in a negative manner too. when you're going to therapy in a positive manner, you would actually think that, oh, someone is actually listening to me, which may not feel comfortable to you, because sometimes we are so used to being rejected by people that when someone accepts us for who we are, we feel a bit uncomfortable. But if we think about in a negative manner, imagine you're going to therapy and someone is actually trying to understand your problems. You might have to speak some things which you may not be comfortable about to speak in front of the therapist. Now the therapist is not going to force you to actually speak. They're not going to tell you that I need to know or tell me about it, otherwise I cannot help you. They're going to be like, okay, if you're not comfortable talking about it, for today we're gonna just talk about this and leave that for tomorrow, or anytime you feel comfortable and talking to me about. And slowly you might actually realize that you open up in front of the therapist. So at first, yes, it feels very uncomfortable. Therapy feels very uncomfortable at first, because they're trying to understand and know how you lived your life. Like, they're trying to listen from the first person, from you about your life. And sometimes some things may not feel comfortable at first, but slowly you'll realize that I need to tell them about this, not because I feel guilty about it and I need to speak it out to someone, but because they will sit there with you with those feelings to understand why you behave that way and how it affected your other thoughts or feelings or behaviors. They're not gonna be there to judge you again. They're not gonna be there to think that this is what you did wrong or this is what you did right. They're gonna just sit with you and process those emotions and help you understand that it is okay. It's all right. Take your time. Therapists don't give you advice. If you're going to therapy thinking that the therapist will uh, help you with your decision making or give you advice and tell you this is what you should do, this is what you uh, will be good for you. No, therapists are never gonna give you advices. They're not gonna tell you to leave the job or leave your partner or leave that toxic friend of yours. They're gonna sit down with you, help you understand the pattern, and help you build the tools to actually make you solve the problem. They're gonna give you the light to actually move forward on that path. They're not gonna tell you leave that thing, or they're not gonna tell you to do something about it. They're gonna sit with your emotions. They're gonna help you understand where is it coming from and what do you think is right for you then, if not this. Let's take a small example. A friend of the client is really nice to her, but at the same time, sometimes she gets extremely authoritative or she gets extremely defensive about some things. So, what the therapist is going to tell her is, tell me why you're feeling this way. Tell me why do you feel it's making you uncomfortable and what you should do about it. What do you think you should do about it? The therapist is not going to tell you that that friend of yours is very toxic. That friend of yours you need to leave. That is not what a therapist is going to tell you. The therapist is going to help you understand your emotions, understand your feelings, and slowly help you pave the path for yourself.
Have you heard people say that if you are not able to manage your emotions or your feelings, you're not strong? We might have heard at some point of our lives. My next point and the last point is therapy. Going to therapy doesn't mean you're weak. I know that a lot of people tell you, be stronger, manage your emotions properly by yourself. Like, not everybody can do that. Not everybody is born in an environment where they can be resilient enough to deal with their emotions. Yeah. And I know that a lot of people think that going to therapy is for the weak, but let me tell you, let me break whatever your belief is, that going to therapy does not mean you're weak. It means you're courageous enough to actually witness and actually stand and fight for yourself. And not everybody is courageous enough to do that. Some people actually avoid their feelings and emotions, they avoid going so deep into everything. Not everybody is same. We are all born different and born in a different environment. We have different experiences. If you think that only weaker people who could not manage their emotions are going to therapy, that's not the truth. Actually, the person who is going to therapy is very strong. They are there, they're going there to actually stand in front of their feelings and emotions, which has been there inside them for years and years. They're trying to heal themselves. So if you're someone, or if you know someone who is thinking about taking therapy, please do not discourage them or think they're weak. They are very strong, very courageous that they are deciding to go to therapy. I myself, I think, took years to actually realize that I need therapy. My parents, at start, they were like, you have studied psychology, and why are you yourself experiencing problems? Like, if you are someone who helps the other person, that does not mean that you won't be in the same crisis ever. And I remember crying to my parents. When I took my therapy, they supported me, and they have supported me till date, which is why I could actually come out of that phase of my life and start new things, have new beginnings in my life, and actually live life in a more better way than before, by actually knowing myself, accepting myself, and understanding the people around me. So no, you're not weak, you're very courageous. And I don't know if someone said that, but I'm really proud of you if you are actually taking that step for yourself. And if you have not yet taken, please consider therapy. Therapy can be scary in the start, but I assure you that it will really, really, really help you. And that's all that I'm gonna talk about in my video. There are a lot of other points that I have in my mind, but I do not wish to make this video very long. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that if I said something that kind of did not feel right to you or did not sit right with you, I have just started out my YouTube channel, and I'm kind of not very comfortable in front of the camera, but I'm trying, and I am going to give my best. Thank you so much for watching my videos, and if you feel like my content is nice, subscribe to my channel, like my video, and comment. And if you are someone who is experiencing mental health problems, please leave a comment or DM me personally on my Instagram. I can recommend you to a therapist. I'll try my best, and we can help each other to be better in this field, in this section of our lives. I hope you like the video. If you've come this far, thank you so much for watching, and yep.